All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about something huge, something that powers basically the entire global economy, but you might not even notice it. We're talking about business services.
So, let me ask you a question. When you think about a super successful company, what comes to mind? Probably the thing they sell, right? A new smartphone, a cool car, or even just a great cup of coffee. But what if I told you that the product is only half the story? There's this invisible force, this secret sauce working behind the scenes that makes it all possible.
Yep, that invisible force is really a whole network of support systems. And that, my friends, is what we call business services. Think of them as all the crucial stuff happening in the background that lets a company actually be a company. Without them, even the world's greatest product would just sit on a shelf somewhere, never reaching you.
Okay, so we've set the stage, but what exactly is a service when we get down to it? Let's get into the nitty-gritty definitions. And hey, if you've got an exam coming up, you're going to want to pay close attention here. These definitions are key.
One of the best definitions comes from the marketing legend Philip Kotler. He called a service an act of performance. Now, what does that mean? The two big words to remember here are intangible, you can't touch it, and does not result in ownership. It's so true, right? You pay for a haircut, but you don't own it. You don't take it home in a box. You just experience it.
And the American Marketing Association takes it a step further. They talk about services as activities, benefits, or satisfactions. I really like this because it shows that services aren't just one thing. Sometimes the service is the main product, like getting financial advice. But other times, it's something that comes with a product, like the warranty and customer support you get when you buy a new laptop. That's a service too.
So now we know what a service is, but what makes it so different from a physical product? Well, that's where the 3 I's come in. And trust me, for anyone studying this stuff, this is a total lifesaver for remembering the key features.
Yep, it's that simple. Just remember the 3 I's. These 3 ideas are really the heart of what separates a service from a good. It's a fantastic little trick.
So what are they? Okay, here we go. Intangibility, inseparability, and inconsistency. Sounds a bit academic, I know, but the concepts are actually super simple. Let's tackle them one by one.
First on our list is intangibility. This is the big one. It just means you can't touch or see a service. You can buy a book and hold it in your hands. But streaming a movie? That's an experience. You can't physically hold it, and you can see why this is a massive deal for businesses, right? If your customers can't try it out before they buy, they have to rely on other things, like your reputation, online reviews, or just how professional your office looks. It's all about building trust.
Okay, number 2 is inseparability. This one's pretty cool. It means that the service is being made and used at the exact same time, and you absolutely cannot separate the service from the person providing it. The haircut example is perfect here. You literally can't separate the haircut from the barber who is doing the cutting. They are happening in the same place at the same time. This is why the person delivering the service is so important. Their skill, their attitude, it is the service.
And the third I is inconsistency. Look, a factory can churn out 1 million iPhones that are all exactly the same, but services, they're delivered by humans. And humans, well, we're not robots. This means services are naturally inconsistent. Think about your favorite restaurant. One night the food and service are mind-blowing, the next it's just fine. That's inconsistency in action. And it's exactly why companies spend a fortune on training and creating systems. They're trying to make that human experience as consistently great as possible. All right, so we've nailed the 3 I's. We know what makes a service a service. Now let's look at the big categories, the major types of services that businesses absolutely depend on. I like to think of them as the 5 pillars holding up the entire structure of a company. So what are these pillars? First, you've got banking. That's the money, the capital, the financial lifeblood. Then, insurance. This is the safety net that lets businesses take risks. Third is transport, which is literally the circulatory system, moving goods from A to B. Next up, warehousing, the crucial storage space that keeps products safe and ready to go. And finally, communication. This is the nervous system of the whole operation, connecting everyone and everything.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground, so let's zoom out and look at the big picture. Why does any of this matter? What's the main thing you should walk away with today?
It really comes down to this. Business services are the scaffolding, the essential framework that holds up the entire modern economy. They're what allow a business to actually run, to handle unexpected problems, and to talk to its customers. Take them away, and, well, business as we know it would just fall apart. It's that simple.
So I'll leave you with a question to chew on. Think about those 5 pillars we just talked about.
Banking, insurance, transport, warehousing, and communication. If you were starting a brand new company tomorrow, which one of those would you say is the absolute most critical to nail down from the very first day? It's a tough one, right? But what you choose says a lot about what it takes to succeed in business today. Thanks for joining me.